The hot sun beat down on the barren lands of Kitui County, making the air thick and heavy. Isaiah was a small-scale farmer living in this dry and harsh environment. Every day, he had to work tirelessly to make a living. The only source of income for his family was the small plot of land that he owned. However, things were about to take a turn for the worse when he heard the news about the illegal sand harvesting taking place in Kitui, Makwene, and Machakos counties. At first, he dismissed it as just another rumor, but the more he heard about it, the more concerned he became. Illegal sand harvesting had become a lucrative business in the area. Unscrupulous individuals were harvesting massive amounts of sand from the dry riverbeds and selling them to construction companies. The sand was in high demand due to the rapid development in the nearby cities, and the profits were too tempting for many to resist. Isaiah had always taken pride in his community and tried his best to take care of the environment. He couldn't stand by and watch as his home was being destroyed in the name of greed. He decided to take action and gather evidence of the illegal activities. He joined forces with a few other concerned villagers and started keeping a close eye on the riverbeds. They were shocked at what they found. Trucks loaded with illegally harvested sand would sneak into the area in the dead of the night and hastily collect the sand before disappearing into the darkness. Isaiah and his team documented the license plate numbers of these trucks and reported them to the authorities. However, to their dismay, no action was taken. The corrupt officials turned a blind eye to the illegal activities, and the perpetrators continued to operate freely. The villagers were growing more and more frustrated by the day. They felt helpless and didn't know how to stop the destruction of their homes. The once peaceful community was now divided, with some supporting the illegal sand harvesting for the money it brought in, and others, like Isaiah, fighting to protect their land. One night, while on their usual patrol, Isaiah and his team stumbled upon a gruesome scene. Several people were gathered around a large pit, frantically digging and shoveling mounds of sand into bags. It was clear that they were the ones responsible for the illegal harvesting. Isaiah and his team immediately called the authorities, hoping that this time they would take action. However, to their horror, the group seemed to be aware of their presence and quickly packed up and escaped into the darkness. When the authorities arrived, there was no trace of the illegal harvesters. The next few days were filled with unease. The villagers couldn't shake off the eerie feeling that something was not right. Strange noises would echo in the night, and some claimed to have seen figures lurking in the shadows. Isaiah couldn't help but feel like they had disrupted something much larger than they had initially thought. One evening, as Isaiah was returning home from his farm, he came across a group of masked individuals armed with machetes. They were blocking the road and seemed to be waiting for someone. In fear for his life, Isaiah quickly ducked behind a bush and waited for them to leave. As they passed by, Isaiah noticed something strange about them. Their eyes seemed to glow red, and they moved with an unnaturally fast pace. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. It was as if they were not human. Trembling with fear, Isaiah rushed back to the village and warned the others of what he had witnessed. However, they didn't believe him. They thought he was just tired and delusional from the long days of fighting against the illegal sand harvesting. But Isaiah couldn't shake off the feeling that something sinister was happening in their community. He became obsessed with finding out the truth and protecting his family and fellow villagers. One night, while patrolling the riverbeds, Isaiah came face to face with the masked individuals. They seemed to be expecting him and surrounded him, closing in on him with their machetes. In a desperate attempt to defend himself, Isaiah picked up a nearby shovel and swung it at one of them. However, the shovel went right through the figure, revealing it to be just an empty space. Isaiah was frozen with fear as the other figures started to close in on him. Suddenly, a bright light appeared, blinding him temporarily. When he opened his eyes, the figures were gone, and he was surrounded by a group of concerned villagers and officials. It turned out that the illegal sand harvesting in their area had unleashed a curse on the land. The masked figures were the spirits of the people who had lost their lives due to the greed and destruction caused by the illegal activities. Kiambu County was known for its beautiful coffee plantations. It was considered the main cash crop of the county and brought in a lot of revenue for the locals. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the air, and people from all over the country came to taste the famous Kiambu coffee. But in Kitui County, a different story unfolded. The locals worked hard, harvesting sand from the mines, toiling day and night, but their efforts went unnoticed. Sand harvesting was not considered a cash crop, and it did not bring in any significant revenue for the county. The people of Kitui County lived in poverty, struggling to make ends meet. The disparity between the two counties caught the attention of a young journalist, Grace. She couldn't understand why the government of Kenya, the Senate and Parliament were not taking any steps to improve the situation in Kitui County. She decided to dig deeper and get to the bottom of the mystery. Grace visited Kitui County and was shocked to see the conditions people were living in. The sand mines were owned by a few wealthy individuals who exploited the locals and paid them meager wages. The government, it seemed, had turned a blind eye to the situation. Grace's investigations led her to a lawmaker who revealed that there was a hidden agenda behind the government's inaction. The coffee plantations in Kiambu County were owned by influential politicians who held a significant stake in the coffee industry. They did not want any competition from other cash crops, especially sand. Grace's story caused an uproar in the media. People started protesting, demanding justice for the people of Kitui County. The government, under pressure, finally took notice and initiated plans to regulate the sand mining industry. As a result, the people of Kitui County started earning a fair wage for their hard work. The once neglected county became prosperous, and its people could live a comfortable life. Grace's determination to uncover the truth had brought justice to the people of Kitui County. It was proof that one person's effort could make a difference and bring about a positive change in society. Isaiah's bravery and determination to stop the illegal activities had caught the attention of the spirits, and they had come to protect him and the villagers. From that day on, the illegal sand harvesting in the area stopped. The spirits had made it clear that anyone who dared to continue the destruction of their land would face their wrath.